Welcome back to the channel. Today is no specific topic, just some things that I was discussing with my co-worker as we compared notes with all this talk about what is to transpire. People from Trump's camp continue to tell us trust the plan, don't give up hope. He will be your president in spite of Biden being inaugurated, reversing everything that Trump has done. So I got to looking at this, and some of the things that were said seemed plausible in regards to, I guess, these Q posts or drops, as they say. But then when some of the things don't come to fruition, you know, you kind of give up on trusting in those things. And I know one thing is for sure, you know, I put all of my trust in God. It's like I said before, maybe God will have mercy on us and He will bless us with another 4 years where we could prosper. Or He will simply say, no, it's time to wrap up this earth's history. I'm going to bring you guys home. It's time for you guys to come home. There have been a lot of talk from these so-called prophets. And I know there has been a lot of people praying, fasting. I myself was one who was praying and hoping, you know, that God would have mercy on us and bless us with another 4 years, because we know, and it has already been demonstrated, what the Democratic President Joe Biden administration would mean. And from his few days in office, we have already experienced the loss of 70,000 jobs. He's canceling everything. He's reversing everything. And I saw a thumbnail today that had the nerve to say he's going to get America out the ditch. And they actually are doing the opposite. Preparing America for this great reset, bringing her back to the point where she was before Trump took office. Oh, I don't know. My co-worker, he kept on coming over to my station today. You know, I saw this video today and they said this and they said that. So I just simply told him, I said, yes, I know a lot of people prayed. Yes, I know a lot of people fasted, you know, for a certain result, I said. But sometimes God says yes, He says no, and He says wait. I said it's possible that God may have said no. And that's a hard pill for some people to swallow. I got over my disappointment in 2 days. It's just the disappointment and the frustration is the corruption, because you want justice. We watched all of these illegal things from the highest, you know, offices, from the highest offices in the land, you know, from the leadership, you know, of these investigation departments like the FBI, the CIA, the things that they engaged in, the things that we witnessed from these different states, you know. And it reminds me of a scripture that I read the other day. I believe it was in Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verses 11, speaking in regards to the wicked, you know, about punishment. When punishment is delayed, and I'm just putting it in my own words, I'm not quoting it word for word, you know, people become bold in their sins. And we witnessed this, you know, during the riots and burning and looting during the summer. When these people get arrested and they were let go, you know, there was nothing to discourage them from engaging in the unlawful activities. They got right out and they continue to do the same thing again and again. And so the discouragement comes when we watch all that they put President Trump through after they lied to us repeatedly about this Russian collusion hoax. And now that all these documents have been declassified, and do you remember when Adam Schiff kept saying we have the evidence? Maxine Waters, he is an illegitimate president. He colluded with Russia over and over ad nauseum, to the point where you just wanted to jump off a building if you heard it one more time. All of that, and it was all lies. And yet nobody went to jail for it. One person was indicted. So the frustration. And then to see all that we witnessed during this election, all the things that was reported, all the things that was caught on tape. And yet, here we are, Joe Biden, the 46th president. And some say the military was supposed to be the only way. The military is the last line of defense when an illegitimate government has been put in place. And it might be done in 30 days. It will be done in 30 days or more. I'm wondering at what point, if this doesn't transpire, will people finally accept what God has said? Well, that's all I really had to say and to get off my chest. I know many people, 75 plus million, feel like I feel. The disappointment, the hurt, and the frustration, because we knew what this administration would entail. And like I said, being a military veteran, my son is in the military, and to see that Biden was sending troops back into Syria, yes, very discouraging and upsetting for me, because my son is boots on the ground. He's just barely 21. He joined the military, kind of following my footsteps, signed on the dotted line at 17, delayed until he was 18. And as soon as that 18th birthday hit, went off to basic training, same way I did many years ago. I went to my high school graduation with my recruiter and got my diploma. I graduated when I was 17, and when my 18th birthday came, a couple of days later, I was at MEPS on that bus headed to, the airport, going to basic training. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure my coworker is going to come and talk to me again tomorrow about these same things, and we just discussed this yesterday. And it's like, I can understand. See, I was holding on to this little thread. I told him, I said I had this little thread that I'm holding on to. But what made my little thread unwind was when I saw Texas and Florida and other states calling their troops home because the way they were treated when they were kicked out of the Capitol and sent to a parking garage to sleep out there in the cold and rest out there in the cold. 5,000 soldiers to share one bathroom or two bathrooms. But he still was trying to tell me, well, that's the National Guard. There's active duty soldiers there. What about that? And I said, well, what about Biden just putting in place a new Secretary of Defense? What's going to happen to the acting Secretary of Defense? So I finally ended with, I said, well, we will know in time, won't we? If anything transpires in 30 days, then we'll know. If this was all a bust, I said, in the meantime, Trump is losing everything, but we shall see. So the time will be the revealer of all truth. And that's how I'm going to end it. If you follow these Q drops or have been listening to, certain reports from certain individuals that's telling you hold the line and trust the plan, but the prophet said this and the prophet said that, I don't know about those prophets. I don't know them from Adam. God tells me in his word to trust all spirits. So yes, they might be talking the talk and walking the walk, but at the end of the day, God is the one who is on the throne, and God is the one whose will be done. Okay, folks, that's how I'm going to end it. I hope you have a blessed week, and stay safe, stay prayed up, and I will see you on the next one.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!